Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Collins and I am a pelvic health physical therapist. Today we are going to discuss urinary incontinence. In other words, ladies, you don't have to pee your pants, okay? A lot of women come into my office with urinary incontinence, which is the leakage of urine. And oftentimes we are told as women that as we get older or after we have a baby that it's just natural to leak urine, and that's not true. Don't believe the hype. You can prevent urinary incontinence. So we are going to talk about 3 different types of incontinence. Today we're going to talk about urge incontinence. And so the main different types are urge urinary incontinence, stress urinary incontinence, and then mixed urinary incontinence. So this is going to be part 1 in my series to talk about urinary incontinence. So urge urinary incontinence is when you get that really, really strong urge to pee and you can't make it to the bathroom and the urine leaks out. This happens a lot of times with something we call key in the door syndrome. In other words, you get your key into your front door and all of a sudden you're doing the potty dance. That's urge urinary incontinence. Also, if you hear water running from the faucet and you can't hold it, that's urge urinary incontinence. So it's that really, really strong urge and you can't hold it. And a lot of times women who have urge urinary incontinence will do what we call just in case voids. In other words, you go before you leave the house even though you really don't have to go. Or all the bathrooms along the route to where you're going so that you can stop whenever you feel like you need to go. And what's happening with the urge urinary incontinence is that our bladder has now trained us when to go instead of us telling our bladder when it needs to go. Our bladders can hold up to 2 to 3 cups of fluid. So if you have not had a lot to drink and you're going to the bathroom every half an hour or every hour, chances are that your bladder has trained you when to go. So we got to kind of retrain everything, okay? And there are some things that can contribute to urge urinary incontinence, and those are the bladder irritants, which we talked about in a previous vlog. And some of those irritants are caffeine or carbonation, alcohol, spicy, curry, citrus. Those are just some of the things that can make you feel like you have to go when you don't really have to go. Also, what can happen is people who have this type of incontinence won't drink water because they feel like it'll make them have to go to the bathroom. When the truth is that when you don't drink enough water, your bladder gets filled with this very concentrated urine, which is also irritating to the bladder and makes you feel like you have to go. So it is good to drink water in a day. People have different recommendations. I typically say about half your weight in ounces in terms of how much water to drink in a day, at least. Okay. So here are some tips on how to control the urge urinary incontinence. First thing you want to do, part 1, is just stop everything you're doing. As soon as you get that urge, you want to just kind of calm everything down. Stop. If you can sit down, sit down. If you just have to stand still, stand still. If you're somewhere private and you can apply a little pressure to your perineum, that may help as well. Your perineum being, here's my model, this part of your external genitalia, right? So if I'm standing up and I just have to control it, I can just put a little pressure here and that can help inhibit the urge as well. The next thing you want to do is just take some deep breaths. You want to calm your nervous system. So what's going on is that your body wants to get you to the bathroom. Run, run, run. So you have to calm everything down to kind of inhibit that urge a little bit more. The next step is to do some Kegels or some pelvic floor muscle contractions. We discussed that in a previous vlog as well. And I can put down below which one that is too. But so you can do them properly because you want to contract and relax the muscles. And that can inhibit that urge to go as well. And then in the process of retraining your body to overcome this urge, you want to slowly get to the bathroom, distract your thoughts, think about other things, slowly get to the bathroom, take your clothes down slowly, and then sit down completely on the commode so you can empty your bladder. Squatting over a commode, as much as we do it all the time because of germs around the toilet seat, but squat, which there are studies that show that it's really not that intense of the germs around toilet seats. But anyways, when you squat over the commode like that, you're tensing up muscles and it makes it more difficult to empty your bladder completely. So lay some tissue down, grab a toilet cover, whatever you have to, put that down first and sit down and empty your bladder completely. Okay, because ideally we should go to the bathroom about every 3 hours, or about every 5 to 8 times a day in waking hours. That's considered quote unquote normal voiding. So if you notice you're not doing that, or if you're going every hour, because when you go, you shouldn't just, kind of pee for a few seconds and that's it. If you're peeing for less than 8 seconds when you go, chances are your bladder probably wasn't completely full when you went to the bathroom. Usually about 8 to 15 seconds is a decent amount. And anything over that 15 second to get into that 30 second, that's usually that first thing in the morning pee where you're just going. So those are the tips for helping to control the urge. 1, stop what you're doing. 2, take some deep breaths. 3, do some quick contractions. 4, distract your thoughts and calmly walk to the bathroom. Calmly get your clothes down. 5, sit down on the commode and empty your bladder completely. I hope these tips help you for today. Everyone have a blessed week, and I will see you next Thursday. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at LaurenVitalSelf. My webpage is www.vitalselfpt.com, and my Facebook page is Vital Self Physical Therapy LLC. Have a blessed one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.